Watch this video to the end to really listen carefully. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the importance of knowing what are innovations in Islam. There's loads of things out there on social media where you see on Google and they're telling you things and you tend to follow them and they tend to be innovations. So innovations are things that are not part of Islam. It's not something that has been prescribed within the Quran, within the Sunnah. It wasn't something that the Prophet did, nor did the companions do. And there's people out there who follow it and follow it blindly. First of all, do not take your knowledge from the internet. I highly advise you don't just type into Google, is this permissible or is this part of Islam? You know, Google is not going to give you the correct answer. If you want the true answer, you go to the authentic hadith, Sahih al-Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Sunan al-Tirmidhi, there's Sunan al-Nisai, there's all these authentic books which you can go and refer to, which tell you, you know, the authenticity of things. You can go to the scholars, the authentic ones. You can go to people who have studied the books, the authentic books, who can tell you what is an innovation. If you hear something, do your research, find out from the authentic sources, is this something that the Prophet ﷺ used to do or not? If the Prophet ﷺ did not do it, or is not mentioned in the Quran, this states that is not part of the religion. It's an innovation. And, you know, those who get involved in, you know, innovations, you know, they will go astray, and those who go astray will land in fire. This is a hadith in Sahih Muslim and Sunan al-Nisai, which are the, you know, Sahih Muslim, after Sahih Bukhari. I think Sahih Muslim is the second most authentic book, if I'm correct, but it is authentic, and that's why it's highly important that whatever knowledge you learn, if you were to share that with others, make sure to verify it. Make sure that it ticks all the boxes. Is it, did the Prophet ﷺ used to do that? Is that something from the authentic Sunnah? If so, then you must, you know, you can then share it with others. However, if it's something that is fabricated and if someone's randomly just told you something and said do it, you know, just don't follow them. Verify it, do your research and refer to the resources, and then you can share that knowledge, because, you know, that innovation could, you know, potentially you want to share beneficial content, you thinking that it is beneficial and it is authentic, but you share it and that person goes astray, goes on the wrong path and does not follow the authentic Sunnah, you know, it's big trouble. So that's why I highly encourage that you really, because if it's other knowledge, it doesn't matter, but the knowledge about Islam is so important. You need to know who you're learning your knowledge from, number one. Number two, you need to verify if that knowledge that you've been taught is authentic. And when you've been taught that knowledge and you verified it is authentic, you must implement it into your life. That is so important as well, and you will see in the month of Ramadan I'll be talking about that as well. So inshallah you can see that during the month of Ramadan. And fourthly, what I would say is, then once you've started implementing it in your life, because knowledge, you know, that isn't put into action is not beneficial at all. You know, you may know the knowledge of being able to play a sport. If you don't play the sport, what's the point of the knowledge about the sport if you're not going to execute it? If you're just training at work, you get all the knowledge about it, but then leave the job or don't do the work, it's not beneficial for you because you haven't put it into practice. The same applies with Islam. So the things I've said to you, follow those tips and inshallah you'll be on the right path. And if you do have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and, you know, I can respond to your comments and direct you and verify that any information that you may have found. So yeah, I'll leave you here for Amanillah. Wa sallallahu wa baraka ala nabina Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.